money supersized. G5 super fly, should be supervised. Do or die, open up your eyes, head to the sky. Keep a mean bad mommy on the side. Make a tsunami, kamikaze on the mind. Spit flow, paparazzi flash shine. Get dough, champagne, Merlot. Cash and tango, in the VIP. Now she wanna touch her ankle. Get low, mueve mami como el dembow. All eyes on me, peeping through the window. Get mine, get yours, believe it or not. In the meantime, I'ma keep my eyes on the
All
top.
eyes on me, drinks on me, girls on me, on the dance floor. All eyes on me, who is he? Man, you better come get your girls out. All eyes on me, party like a rock star. You can find me in VIP. All eyes on me, yeah, where the girls are. This is how your night should be.
All eyes on me indeed, and it is your boy Ali Madawi. I am back, and oh my goodness, this is a personal one. I am so excited that I have the privilege and the opportunity to not only interview, but bring before you, this is like a world premiere, someone that I have literally known for all her life, like since she was born, someone that I admire and I respect the heck out of, that I get to learn from her every single day. I get to see her as a role model. I get to see her as a leader, as a strong woman, as a beautiful, amazing powerhouse in everything that she does. And this young woman happens to be my beautiful sister, the one, the only Tima Harden, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, sis? What? Look at you guys. They are so happy. And here's the thing. While the world is wondering, like, wow, Ali has other siblings and they look like him. Yes, I do have a sister, and many of you don't know, I actually have 3 sisters all together, and we kind of all look alike. It's funny, if you see us, you would think we're twins. But I'm so excited to have my sister here with me, because we're going to be covering a topic that I think is relevant for many women, many moms specifically, but parents overall. So we're going to talk about parenting to win. And my sister, who has done a phenomenal job with 2 of her beautiful kids, Mason, who's right in her lap right now, and Bryson, who is 1 year old, that many people wonder all the time, how does she do it all the time? So I am really, really excited and honored to have you in here, sis. And we have people, just so you know, who are watching us live from YouTube, who are watching us live from Periscope, and who are watching us live from Facebook as well. And this is going to be broadcasted all around the world. So bring it, or our family legacy is done. I'm kidding, sis. So first and foremost, Tima, why don't you tell everybody a little bit more about you and what led for you to do this interview with me right now?
Well, first of all, you are the influencer of the family. So let me just give you that on a live platform and give you your credit when credit is due. So I think creating an environment where it's very diverse, where it's fueled with positivity and knowledge and education, creates, in return, little humans who happens to be our children, who thrive off of that, who know nothing but greatness and the ability to be great. And the idea to be great, it's normal. It's not something that is out of reach. It's all right there, but you should have to see that it's right there.
So I do have to ask, in a world full of negativity, in a world full of divisiveness, in a world just crazy, everywhere you look, there's nothing but bad influence on kids specifically. How do you maintain in your household a positive, forward-looking kind of environment?
I think the best thing that I do that makes it easy for me, it's a routine. Children like to know what they're getting into. They like to know what to expect. They don't like surprises. So creating a schedule that touches on things that they need based upon their age, because Bryson and Mason both need 2 different things. I think that keeps me, one, not stressed while I'm doing my job. It keeps them constantly going from one thing to the next. It keeps them challenged. And the biggest idea is they're never bored, because children start to act out when they're bored because they need something to thrive off of. They want to feel something in return. And I think that's why a lot of children act out, is to get your attention, is to feel that they're being seen, they're being heard, they're being talked about. they're being cared about. So if I can create things based upon my child's needs, Mason likes to do. You can go. He likes more of sports, science, and econ things. That's the things that he likes. So we do meditation, we do science activities, and we play basketball, for example. Those are three of the things. Yes. No, we cannot watch the basketball highlights right now. Just give me 1 minute. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Speaking of which, it's time to watch the basketball highlights. With Bryson, who's a little bit more on the hyper end, instead of me constantly being angry that I cannot contain and control this child because I'm too lazy, instead of getting aggravated and agitated, I found different ways to take his ability to. I'm sorry.
You're a mom. It's okay.
I know. He
Told you it's
likes,
not a formal interview. You're good.
he likes things that are hands-on. So instead of forcing him to sit there and read a book, we will act out the book together based on the animation that's drawn on there, and that's a good way for him to get his attention and for him to show me what he likes, what
Yeah.
he feels, what he views, aside from what I view for him.
So I do have to ask, how do you maintain your sanity as a mother, a working mom, a wife, and in a social media space, looking from the outside in, people think that you got the life. You're just partying. You have people all the time. You're cooking. You're sharing the food recipes and things of that nature. So how do you maintain your sanity and at the same time deliver what you just shared?
Three things: communication with Ricky, my husband, their father. Number one. Number two, scheduling. Schedules for everything I have. And number three, knowing when I need a timeout for myself. Because there are days where I'm just way too overwhelmed because I'm challenging myself. Okay, we've reached the time for TV. We have to do something else. And sometimes I am tired where I would like to fall in that category. Like, just go watch a movie and let me relax a little bit. But I try not to cave in because of my own stress or my own fatigue. And so sometimes just stepping out and taking a breather, reading a book, listening to a song, taking a shower. Just sometimes I go to the bathroom to hide and be on Instagram just to find something funny to look at. And yes, they knock at the door, but that's what I need. Sometimes I need that time out.
So now every time I see you post a story or a post on Instagram, I'm going to be commenting, "Are you in the bathroom?"
Guest bathroom, to be specific.
All right. So one of the things that is evident is, not necessarily women, men too, but women specifically, being many things in a family could be, I mean, wearing a woman out, emotionally, physically, and to a point where some women tend to just, or men, again, parent overall, they'll just give in, just have pizza, have hot dogs, go watch a movie, keep the tablet in your hand and let me relax for a little bit. Or sometimes, I know that's a pet peeve of yours, when parents just like give like second class citizen treatment to their own kids just so they can go out or they can enjoy life. So again, how do you advise a woman, a mom, or a parent overall to prioritize the kids while not, wearing themselves out?
I think it's all about perspective. Some moms view it as a job. I view it as a blessing. Every morning I wake up grateful for having a chance to give birth to two healthy children, healthy pregnancy, healthy household, good husband, good marriage. I think waking up with that positive mind puts me at a good place to be able to deliver. So in everything that I do, I view it as this is going to become a change because it started as a habit, and habits become a life choice.
Mm.
And as long as I'm reminded of what is my purpose and what everything can be a linear effect on my children, whether it's food, education, talks, people we're around, I think that's what gives me that drive to never cave in, to never fall into cracks, and to not fall and be just another number in society, which is moms doing what they want, expecting other people to watch their children. I just refuse. I don't. I know things happen, but if I had the chance to be the best version of me and give my children the best version of the food and give them the best version of every book and let them be around good people so they can grow and be good people, why not?
Yeah. Some parents would argue, well, it's expensive to get healthy organic food. It's expensive to get proper or quality education. It's expensive to have a babysitter while I'm trying to do my own things. How do you, again, keep everything in order, or do you just say work harder, make more money?
No, I think it's a sacrifice. I think you have to see what is important and then you work under that. It's almost like you got a pyramid. Your kids, what do your kids need? And then to make those needs happen, what do you need to do for that? It's all about ethics and it's all about what you're willing to do. It's cheaper to make the food, but it's healthier. It's more time consuming to make the food, but it's a lot, again, healthier. So you're doing a little bit more, which and the regular human eye just go to McDonald's and get it really quickly. For example, by the time you get in the car, drive to that place, get the food, spend the money, and come back, it takes 7 minutes to boil the water, to put carrots, onion, ginger roots, spinach, and potatoes, and blend it, for example, which is a lot lesser time to
And
do
money.
than it is, and money, and you're saving the most important thing, and that's diabetes. You're saving them uh, obesity. You're saving them being lazy. They need to understand you got to cook your food. Food is not all bought, and we're so conditioned to just grab cans because it makes the economy grow. But what do you see in return in this society we live in? The amount of allergies. Everybody that I know now has gluten allergy, peanut allergy, egg allergy. I mean, the amount of allergies are just unheard of, and it's because of what we put in our bodies. And I think the deeper end of it is what we put in our mind to not make us see what we're putting in our bodies is that bad.
So how do you educate yourself, and learn in order to create what you're stating, right? Like, how can somebody start? All right, step one. What do I need to do?
Well, I think going to school for as a pre-med major, learning from a cellular level, from a molecular level, and understanding how things could be created and what things do in your cells, that do in your liver, that do to your stomach, and then understanding everything as a whole gave me uh, a little step forward and a better understanding. I think once I found out I was going to become a mom, it was like a whole different, like, it's no longer about me. It's not about this. I want to make sure this person that I'm giving life to has the best immunity. And I started reading books, but I started reading things that are East Asia baby food recipes. Why in Africa they focus more on giving vegetables than meats. I started focusing why is fish better than red meat. I started focusing what vegetables are good in what season, and why are carrots orange and why you need to give more of those. Why are beets red and why I need to give more of those. Why is fennel important? Why is raw honey important to have every single day? Why is black seed oil important? And once you start to realize, oh my God, going to a farm and spending $20, which the food, you'll get enough food for the 4 days, which is a lot of food to give to a whole family. But that food's not going to last you a long time because it goes bad quickly because it's not injected.
Hmm.
But it's still going back to taking that knowledge with the drive, with the care. I think if you really genuinely care, educate yourself. Not necessarily because not everybody has the means to do certain things or the time, or But if you just do it 50% of the time, it's better than no time.
Yeah. So if I can guarantee you, there's somebody who may be pushing back right now as we speak, say, great medical school, molecular, cellular education, that's phenomenal. I don't have the means, or I was not set up from generation to generation to be able to go to higher education. Or others may say, Tima, I live in a food desert, which essentially most urban communities, or AKA the hood, you don't have the luxury to have an organic farm or an organic store around you where you'll have to take buses or whatnot to get to that kind of food. So what is your advice to that individual, or what would you suggest as a solution, to create what you just shared?
I think you still have to try to, that's just the reality. It doesn't matter where you live. There is a little bit of everything where you live, at least to what I've learned and what I've experienced. I can't speak about everybody because I didn't live everywhere and I didn't live in every single means. But if you can, and I'm sure, let's just say growing in poor areas or whatever it is, what did your grandmother do? Because there wasn't really canned food back then. There was no formula. There was no buses. That what do those people do? Those people sat home and made the food. And even if the flour is not the best quality flour, you still took that flour, you sifted it, you cooked it, you took those tomatoes, you peeled them, you cooked them. And that's what everybody did. But there's a big virus, and that's convenience. And that's what we fall victims to. And I've fallen victim to that too, multiple times. There's been days where I came after a 14-hour shift. I'm like, oh my God, like I'm not trying to think of an idea and create a recipe and peel this and peel that. So, and that's okay. You're not a bad person for not always doing the right thing. But if you lose sight of doing the right thing simply because you're lazy and you're choosing that you don't have time for it, that's where that habit will potentially and most likely affect your child, who will become also conditioned to think this way is okay. And it's not okay. And if you're choosing to do it on the other extreme side, where I want to make sure everything's organic, everything's clean, everything is measured, raw sugar, raw honey, nothing modified, and you're so hard on yourself, and that's okay too. I don't think there is a book for what you should do and how you should do it, but I think there's a will of what to do, and people know, if you're going to go treat yourself for a steak and lobster on a rooftop because you felt like you've earned it, but then the smaller body is getting nothing but modified food. I don't. That's just at least my opinion about it. What I've learned and what I've acquired.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that many, not just parents, but overall, people tend to allow society to dictate how to live their life. Well, I live like this because that's the way it is. I drink as heavy as I drink. That's because it's the way it is. I don't work out because that's just the way it is. Like, come on, man. What do you think? You're going for a six pack, or, again, how do you isolate yourself from the social noise, and where you and Ricky maintain a healthy lifestyle, a healthy marriage and healthy kids? Like, your final thoughts on that?
I 100% have to give the credit to Ricky on that. One thing I absolutely adore about him, and I think is one of his strengths, is the ability to live his life through his eyes, his education, his knowledge, despite of who says, what says, it doesn't matter. If 20 people aren't going on vacation and really Ricky feels like it is not time, we're not financially there, I'm not interested, whatever it is that is causing him to not go, he's not going to go. And I used to find it hard, but all of our friends are, and all of our friends are, and look at my friend is doing this for her. It doesn't matter. And he made me become more free of people's opinions
Yeah.
and people's attitudes towards about the things that we want to do for our house, our kids. He really changed my perspective about that, and I love that about him. He's so stress free all the time for the most part, and he's free in his mind. He's able to find him and create his own society within his own household, and everything, as everybody knows, or some of you who know Ricky, he's a very quiet guy. You think that there is no meaning behind of the things that he does, but believe me, the way he observes everything and the way he finds the meaning behind it and how he delivers it is so graceful, and it's more impacting than sometimes me yelling, for example, or me angry or me shouting, which, it's something that I'm working on as a mom and just as a person, because Lord knows.
Awesome stuff. Hey, if any moms out there or parents overall want to connect with you, want to interact, ask you any questions, advise on recipes or what you do for everything that you shared, what's the best way that they can connect with you?
Send me a private message on my Instagram.
What's your Instagram?
It's Tima Beckham.
Tima Beckham. I'll make sure that I'll put the web handle of my sister's Instagram, so you'll have the ability to just click on it. It opens directly, and you can send her DMs about any of all your questions. And for those of you who are looking for a positive outlook on life, or specifically in the entrepreneurial community, make sure you visit us in winwithali.com. That is winwithali.com, where you have access to our podcast that is right now streaming in 9 different platforms in 13 countries. And I have the privilege to share with you all things that I've learned, good or bad, in my business community and in the entrepreneur community that I've been able to be part of in 6 continents so far. Plus, keep in mind, coming out very soon, I have the Lion Network Marketer, the audiobook exclusive is being recorded right now as we speak. So that should be coming out sometime in September. And feel free to connect with us in any and all business questions that you may have. Even if you have a business idea or business thoughts that you want to share with me and want me to take a look at it, I am here to help serve and assist. Tima Harden, ladies and gentlemen, I have a feeling we're going to get requests for you to come back again and again and again. So maybe we'll make it a weekly thing, maybe not. But that's a conversation to have on another time. I so appreciate you, and thank you, sis. Until next time, this has been an exclusive of the ME Show, and she goes by Tima Harden. Tell them peace out, everybody, Tima.
Peace out, everybody.
See y'all later.